Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will see about how rating engine will involve on click of code button. We will see for submission, then followed by one policy change, and we will see for out of sequence policy change as well. So on click of code button, if we see, it will calculate premiums and it will display on the code screen. It's not only about calculating premium, there are multiple things which will happen in the backend. It will evaluate UW rules, it will validate all validations, and then post quote it will see for forms and it will handle the reinsurance. Everything will happen in the backend as soon as we click on code button. So now we have some premiums over here: 588, 37, 12, 13, 7, 11, and 688. So this is 6 months policy. We can see premiums for, I think it is showing for all the whole term premiums. Okay. Let me go and remove all my debuggers which were there earlier. So to remove debuggers, right, we can click on this button, view breakpoints, and select on top Java line breakpoints and click on minus button. That means remove button. Done. Yes. Let me close it. Now go back to the screen. I am editing the policy. If I click on code, right, how it happens in the backend. Let's go and verify each line by line. So to go this PCF, to know where this PCF is located, right, you can click on the shortcut Alt Shift I. So we can say submission wizard policy review screen. Copy it. I'm closing this location information. Go to the studio, Control Shift N, paste it. Policy review screen. Yes, on the top we can see. So you need to change the mode. So I am doing for submission mode, and this is only code. It's not an async code. So I changed the mode of this one as well. And if I click on code button now, still it is async code only. Let me rechange again code. Yeah, code button. So at the end we are calling request code method. Let me keep a debugger. Let's go back quoting the policy. Yes, yeah, it got stopped here because we enabled debuggers. We are pausing a policy period followed by what is the validation level and what is the rating style. This rating style will be utilized when the logic where it is picking the rate book. By default, it is a default. If you go this type list, right? Sorry, it's not a rate book one, whether it's a quick quote or default. So we are in the full application, right? It's a default, not a quick quote. Let's go here. Let's keep debugger over here. Yeah. So we can see job process action. What was the job process action? Let me expand it. Full job. It's a full job application where we are passing blocks code as a UW so that it will evaluate all UW related issues which are doing blocks code. And then pre-process. Let me control and click on this pre-process. So it is an interface. It will implement in the implemented classes. So with which one we need to go? Our job process is full job process action. So we need to go full job process action. Here nothing is there, so nothing will come. And then process, same process also, it's an implementation. If you go and see, yeah, we have here. Let me resume my debugger. F8 is the shortcut to go line by line. Again here we are going with request code. Again request code. Again request code. It's not going. Control and click. Let me go. F7 is the shortcut that will go inside. It is going here. Yeah. F8. F8. We are doing some pre-code. If we need to evaluate something, right? So those things we can do it in the pre-code. Here I don't see anything except run pre-code in the new term process. I think it will come here and again it will come over there. Yes, we are setting the rate as of date to the current date. only I think it's for new terms. Then we are going inside. Yes, we are creating object for code process and we are calling request code which is there in the code process. Let's go over here. Let me keep debuggers F8 execute pre-rate. We are doing pre-rate over here. We are syncing the code and then validating it. Here it will do all validations and then code merge. Here merge will happen especially for out of sequences, right? If there is anything which is matching in the future slices, that will do automatic merge. Let me keep debugger here, error messages, and then validate and then code merge. Yes, inside code merge all things will do, especially this merge duplicate adds is there, right? That will take care of adding the duplicate things. That depends on the fixed IDs, those things. And this merge OS changes will take care of merging any conflicts which are there, especially over out of sequence job. If conflicts is more than zero, right? That means one or two, that will throw an error message by saying, okay, there were a couple of out of sequence validations are there. So there is a change in conflict which is conflicting with the future dated one. Let's go and resolve those things. Once it is done, yeah, I'm just going back, code merge, and then code segmentation and UW rules, everything. So first we are doing validations and then code merge, and then we are triggering UW rules. So UW rules, we are evaluating with respect to blocks code, whatever is required for blocking code, right? UW rules, so those will be triggered. Then I click on F8 and then we are preparing the accounts in covels and we are removing the worksheets. If there is any worksheet which exists in this branch, let's suppose when you do edit and code, right? That time when we code the policy, you will be having already worksheets. If you edit and code, if you are not removing, you are keep on increasing your rating worksheets. For that, we are removing it, which are attached to this branch. Once it is done, yes, I clicked on F8. Then execute rate step. Here we are executing rate step. That means all our rating engine will be invoked over here. So if you click on the code button, there is nothing but it's not only code. It will do all the things. First, it will validate all validations, then followed by code merge and then UW issues and removing worksheets, then quoting the policy. Post quote, we can see it is a forms. We are inferring the forms. Once forms is done, we will go in the finally block code finish is there, right? Over here, we are finishing the code. Once it is done, we are handling the post code response as well. In this post code response, we will do reinsurance also. So nowadays, most of the projects are implementing RI, that means reinsurance. These reinsurance also we will do it. Once it is done, again we were evaluating pre-code release UW issues. So here we can see blocks code release. Earlier we saw only blocks code. If blocks code is there, right, our quotation will stop over there itself. In case of blocks code release, we will get one time of code. Post that it will stop your quotation. So one time you will get the quote in even though if the UW rule is the blocks code because we are evaluating after our rating part. So if quote is failing, it is nothing but we need to see where which step it is failing. Is it only for rating or else other than rating? So in some cases, right, it might fail at forms step also. It might fail at reinsurance also. It might fail at blocks code release UW rules evaluation as well. So we need to check the log where it is exactly failing and we need to inform appropriate developer. It's not only with the rating developer. Now let's go to the execute rate step. Yes, if we see right, we are first quoting the policy and then we are calculating the transactions. That means transactions will be calculated based on the cost. Transaction is nothing but the difference between current cost and previous cost. Especially during policy changes, we will see these things. Let's suppose you changed some limits during policy change. So either premium may increase or premium may reduce based on the increment or reduction, right, it will calculate the return in the premium or charge in the premium. That is nothing but transaction, difference between current transaction and previous transaction which was issued before this. So those things will be calculated in the quote calculation transaction and denormalize function. So sorry, financial tools. This denormalization, right? We are setting all the premium sum, total cost, total RPM, taxes, all these things. We will get all cost from the branch and we will do amount sum, whether it is related to cost. In case of tax and surcharge, for tax and surcharge, right, the cost which we will set on the cost type, that should be rate amount type, should be tax and surcharge. Other things like premiums, right, this rate amount type will be a premium. For taxes it will be taxes, that we will calculate in the window mode. So these things we will set post calculating quote as well as transaction. Now let's go to the inside quote rate period. Let's see what it is being called. F8, I clicked on F8. So we are calculating, we are invoking a plugin where we are invoking a method called rate period. Here we are passing a rate style as a default and the branch. Let me open this plugin, iRating plugin. This is the implementation for this plugin. So I am going this Gosu class. I am searching this method rate period. So I am keeping debugger over here. I click on F8. Oh, it didn't come here. Let me go back once. What happened? Our rating plugin, iRating plugin. Yes, this is only the Gosu class. Okay, let me clear all my debuggers and we will keep debugger one more time. Why it is missed? We will see what happened. That it might be executing some other, but we will get to know. Let me keep my debugger again at line number 80. Let me edit the policy and quote. So same things will execute. I don't want to repeat again. I'm just going here, execute rate step, quote rate period. I'm keeping here. Yes, iRating plugin. So let me get this plugin. What actually it is returning. Yeah, stable rating plugin only it is returning. Okay, sorry. Here we have two parameters. I kept debugger, which was there in the one parameter. Let me go, stable plugin. So I kept debugger here. That's why we missed it. I should have keep over here. This one, if we see, there is only one input for this method. But which one I am calling? I am calling the inputs where we have two. The method which has two inputs, that one I am calling. But I kept debugger over here. That was the mess. So this is the one actually we are calling from there. I clicked effect. Yeah, it came. Even if we want to see the navigation, right, we can click on debugger. We can see from where it came. From quote rate period, it came to stable rating plugin. Then F8, we are calling one more method, rate period, IMPL. Let me keep debuggers, F8. So I'm keeping debugger in 51, 52 also. F8, create rating engine. We are creating a rating engine. Let's go inside F8. So there is an implementation also. Was there any child class? Yeah, it is there in the PC rating plugin. As of now, we are in the C stable rating plugin only. So no need to worry about this point. So we are going with line dot create rating engine where rate method we are passing as a sysTable. So let me click on this create rating engine. It is going policy line enhancement GCX. That is nothing but it's a read only file. So we will not get to know where it is going. For this, I think last videos also we saw some things. So how to debug these type of things. When we are calling line dot a method, that is nothing but it will be there in the that corresponding product policy line methods. If I search, let me copy this create rating engine, Control Shift and do policy line methods. So we can see various policy line methods. Here my product is personal auto. For this personal auto product, right, the shortcut we will keep in the backend, right, it's a PA. For other things, if we see business auto, it's a business auto line, and Bob business owners, CPP commercial property, general liability, home owners, inland marine, workers comp, personal auto. So if I go PA policy line methods, if we search over here, right, we can see what is actually it is being returned. Let me go F8. Yeah, we can see it came from where it came. If we see it came from here, create rating engine from here. So it came to this GCX and then it came to our PA policy line methods. So if you see anything which is there line dot any method which is going to read only write, we can go that corresponding policy line methods and search that method. And then we are checking which is the method in if condition, whether it's a sys or other than that. We can see a method also which we are passing sys. So that is returning PA sys. Yes, it returned PSys table and we are rating it. Control and click on this. It is coming over here. I am keeping a debugger in rate method. So we got rate and then we are trying this ratings. If something goes wrong in the rate only method, right, we are catching the exception. In this exception, what we are doing, okay, here nothing is there. Basically, in few places, few projects where we saw this issue, so where they are not implementing this catch block, right? Due to that, they were not getting a partial worksheet. Basically, if the code fails, right? If there is any issue in the rate routine that is throwing null pointer exception, that will result in the partial worksheet. Hey man, this value is coming null. Due to that null pointer exception is happening. If there is no calculate this what I can say this implementation, right, it will not give a partial worksheet. As of now we are utilizing out of the box rating engine, right, so that will just calculate the premiums in with the dummy factors, but in real time that may fail also. In that cases you need to see the partial worksheet. That implementation we need, we will see this implementation part later, but as of now we will go to the flow again. So rate we are here. Yes, I think where we are. Let me click. Yeah, we are going rate only. So in case if we get exception, right, we are throwing exception and we are coming out of the out of complete rating engine process and we will see invalid quote occurred. Yes, rate only and we are getting okay. I should have keep F8 over here. So we missed complete this part. Let me mute my breakpoints and resume it. Let me keep debuggers again from this point. Actually, I should have keep debugger, so we missed it. It's went again rate match. We should see what is happening inside also. Edit. I just quoted the policy. Yes, we got all line versions. So basically, we will get all line versions based on the all effective dates. So currently we are doing submission. We will get only submission line version. If we are doing submission policy change, right, there we will get submission followed by policy change. You will get two slices. If you are doing one more policy change, so here when I am telling policy change, right, that policy change should be quoted. So in that case, submission one and policy change one. When I am saying policy change two, right, policy change one should be issued. In case if policy change is not issued, that line version will not come over here. If it is in the quoted or else if it is withdrawn, right, in that cases also it will not come. It should be issued when you are performing a second policy change. Then only policy change one will be the line version over here. So in that case, now I will get only one line version and then should rate slice forward this. Obviously, this will return false. Our job type is submission. So it goes else condition. Yes, we are here. Let me keep debugger in 205 also. Rate slices F8. Each line version we will go and we will rate it. If I see we have only one line version, this rate slice, it is not implemented in the abstract rating engine base because this should be implemented in our rating engines. If I click on this implementation, right, I can go over here. So this is how complete all our rate slice will happen. In this rate slice, right, we will return all those what I can say. Okay, I went to this CH table BA, right? I should have gone with the CH table rating plugin over here instead of this. Okay, whatever it is. Sorry, not this CH table rating plugin also. When it comes to auto, right, the personal auto, it should be a different one. Yeah, PA table. I kept debugger in the BSC table, that's why it didn't come. That's fine. So complete in this rate slice method, right? We will calculate all cost which are available for those coverages. Once we calculate all those things, let me go here. So in this rate slice, if I go and show anything, yeah, this or add cost will be there, right? This add cost will take care of adding your cost in this cost data map. So this is the variable that will be used so many times. I'm just going back. Rate slice, yes. Rate slice is done. I think we kept already condition, sorry, debugger over there. Okay, cost merge. Yeah, rate slice is done. And then this is the cost data map. Just before I shown you, right? This add cost, that add cost will add your executed cost data. That means cost object in this variable. Then here merging will happen. Basically, when it comes to the submission, right? Merge will be the only you will be having only single cost, so we no need to worry about it. But when it comes to the policy change, this merge is the major role, crucial role that will happen over here. So as of now, I'll skip this part, merging and prorata, and then we will directly go to the rate window. We no need to worry for submissions. We will see the same thing how it will happen in the policy change. So prorate and then rate window. Same thing goes here also. When we go rate window, but basically rate window is nothing but where we will calculate taxes based on the complete whole amount. Let's suppose you got $1,000 premium. You want to apply a factor of 0.65 or 0.7. So 1000 into 0.7, that is nothing but around $70 we will get. That is the portion of your tax. So it depends on the client to client. In few clients, right, they will ask for tax also they need in terms of proration. That is a complete different aspect. We should not rate those things in the window mode. If you are rating in the window mode, that is nothing but you are passing your line version dot first. So there, that means your line version, if you have multiple line versions, right? If you are performing policy change, you will get multiple line versions. But here, as you are passing only line version dot first, we will rate only for the first line version. But it doesn't mean you are not including all your premiums. Let me go this rate window. The same here also. If I go this now PS is stable rating, right? We can see rate taxes in the line number 384. In this 384, we were going with all cost data. This cost data is nothing but the variable, whatever we saw, cost data map, right? What we added in the cost data, the same variable. So even when it comes to the policy change, this cost data map will have all cost objects related to submission and followed by policy change. So we no need to worry about in case of if we are calculating premium on the whole only once in the transaction. Means let's suppose you got $1,500 during policy change. Again, you are applying 0.7 on whole $1,500. So that means we no need to worry about whether vehicle is removed, vehicle is added, vehicle they did some changes, whatever things they did, we no need to worry because we are rating on the whole with the premiums only. So this is how this cost data map, this rate window especially we will use for rate taxes on the whole one mode. We'll get complete premium and we will pass here also period start and period end because we no need of proration. We will rate only once. Once it is done, let me go here, our abstract rating engine. Yes, this is, it will be done. Let me go here 219. Yes, we are returning complete cost data maps to rate only. Once it is done, what we are doing, we will be having all our cost objects. So we should not assign anything to the cost entity directly. Basically, we need to handle all our things in the cost data and objects only, not in the entities. Once it is done, this attach cost entities is there, right? What it will do, it will start attach your cost data to cost entities. So now our part is done. This is the guideware framework where what it will do, all these costs, that is nothing but this cost data policy line with respect to cost data we will get, and this attach cost entities we will get all line dot costs, and we are doing populated cost, populating the cost entity. So cost we are getting from the cost entity. So this will return our cost entity, whether we need to create or we need to get existing cost, it will take care from the version cost. Once we get this cost entity, we are going to populate this cost entity. So we have cost. This is the cost data. That corresponding cost data values we will map. Basis, actual base rate, adjusted rate, term amount, all those things is being mapped over here. So we no need to worry about anything. Let's suppose you added a new field on the cost entity. Do we need to populate over here? No need, because if we override set specific field on that particular cost data object, right, that will take care. So this set specific field is there, right? So this will take care over here. Let's suppose you have added a new field on the cost objects. If you override over here, that's it, done and dusted. That will take care. We no need to worry. And then followed by it will populate the rating worksheet for all cost related, right? That will only take care of this populating the rating worksheet. That is also we no need to think about again. So populate rate worksheet. So this is taking care adding our worksheet. So line dot branch dot add worksheet. So before quote we saw, right, first we are removing all worksheets, because when we edit and recode again, this will keep on increasing if you are not removing. That's why we removed on edit the on quoting the policy, and during quote of the policy again we are re-adding it. So this is how we will do if in case if worksheet is enabled. This is complete framework, cost framework only, that will take care in the adding worksheets also. We no need to worry about it. So that is how all these populate cost will take care. Once it is done, just going back where we are validating line. It is done. Yes, okay, it is also done. Populate rating worksheet. So it is going for each cost data. That's why we are seeing all loop over here only. So this is the cost data class. So this is being called from over here, all cost datas. That's why it is getting loop over there only. So I'm just removing 393 line. Yes, we are validating line now. Whether all costs are good or not, only ensuring one cost per data. So this will not return any errors in our cases. That is fine. Then rating is done. This is only for submission. Again, it came to sysTable rating plugin, and then this rating is done. In case if rating is failed or not failed, based on that, it will mark whether our policy is invalid or valid. So in our case, it's a valid code. It's done and dusted. Rate period, yeah. Then it goes over there code process now. Just let me go code period. Yeah, I'll keep debugger over here. Then code calculate transaction. This code calculate transaction, what it will do, it will calculate the transactions based on this cost, what is the transaction. So this is complete out of the box. We no need to worry about transaction part. And then denormalizing our financial tools, that means we will get all costs that we calculated in previous steps, and we based on the sum we will do total cost, total RPM, all these things we will do. Once it is done, we are marking it as a rated. Post rating step, in case of valid rate, right, we will set this is a quoted after inferring the forms, and then again we are marking the valid code. Once it is done, this is also done, and code finish. Just we are performing the next steps. Once it is done, we will perform reinsurance. In handle valid code, we are performing RI related things, and block code release UW rules also. This is how the rating will execute for submission. So here I explained all those things from quoting from base like validations, quote merge, UW rules, and then inside code process, how it will be. In next video, we will see how the same thing will happen for policy change. For policy change, it's a different. We will directly go from what I can say. We will directly go inside the rating engine, how it will actually exist. Okay, based on that, we will see it. But one issue here we observe, it's a 6 months policy, but there is no proration here. That is one of the issue. So we need to fix that one also. Basically, whatever premium calculated by rating, right? That is completely for whole year. not for the 6 months. So for 6 months, actually it should be prorated, but it is not prorated. We will see this issue and then we will see rating for policy change in next video, and then we will see out of sequence policy change rating as well. Thank you for watching this, guys. We will see in the next video.